Hi little tigers and families at home, welcome to your third online training session. So today you're going to need some old newspaper because we're doing some kicking and punching through the paper. You need to get a chair or maybe 2 chairs from your house ready, so make sure you've got mum and dad with you or mum or dad with you. You need a few tins from the cupboard because we're going to be making an obstacle course, a cushion or a target to punch or kick on, and if you've got cups, like plastic cups or maybe some disposable paper cups, you only need 3 of them, and you're going to get mum or dad to write the number 1, 2 and 3 on those cups. So we'll give you a few minutes to collect everything you need, guys, and we'll see you back on the mat with Jimmy in a few seconds. Okay, little tigers, so I thought we'd start the warm-up with a little acting game. Now, I'm going to pretend to be an animal. This animal has a long curly tail. It's got lots of fur on its skin. It loves bananas. What else? And it walks around making funny noises. Can you guess what animal that is? Yep, that's right, it's a monkey. So, let's pretend to be monkeys. I want you to show me how you can put your hands and feet on the ground. We're going to be walking around. You can pretend to eat your bananas. Move around. You might want to jump up on mum and dad's legs and climb up and give them a big cuddle. Keep on monkeying around. Oh, this monkey's monkeying around. Come on down and sit back down with me. Right. That was good fun. I felt a little bit silly. How about you? What about another animal? Okay, this animal lives in Africa. This animal's really strong and scary. It makes a big, loud noise. It goes, roar! What animal makes that noise? Can you guess? Yep, it's a lion. So lions are big and strong. I want you to puff your chest out for me. Put all your hands and feet on the ground. And let's start priding around like a lion. Big roars for me now. Roar! Keep on moving around. You could scratch up the furniture. Keep on moving. Keep on moving a little bit faster. Moving faster around. Give me the big roars. Can I hear your roars? Roar! That one felt good. That made me feel strong. Okay, let's try one more. Let's think about a really big animal. What's a really big animal? An animal that has big ears, big flappy ears, a big long nose, and it clobs around the jungle. Can you guess what animal this one is? Yep, it's an elephant. Right. Show me your big stomps. Move around the lounge room. I want to hear your feet hit the ground. And what noise an elephant make goes, woo! Keep on stomping. Show your parents how loud you can stomp on the floor. Ooh. Ooh. And there's an elephant. I hope you're feeling all warm, guys. We'll see you in the next video.
Alright guys, so now we're going to go through drill number 1 for today's class. Mum and dad are going to need you're going to need mum and dad's help with this drill, okay? And they're going to be doing a wrist grab. So they're going to be grabbing you. You've got to show them your strong muscles and your push today, okay? So mum and dad, you're going to face little tigers. Remember, put your toes together. And before you do any drills, you're going to show them your bow before you can start, okay? Now we're ready to start training. Parents, or big sisters, big brothers, whoever's the attacker or the grabber, you guys are going to use your right hand and grab onto the little tiger's right hand, okay? Little tigers, your job is to get their hand off because you don't want this stranger grabbing you, okay? The first thing you have to do is bring it up and show off your muscles, okay? So what I sometimes do, because I don't want to go the wrong way, I touch my belly button and then I show my muscles off. Then the next thing I have to do is get the hand off. So I push their hand off. Then I push them away, and with my loud voice I stand tall, leave me alone! Okay, so I want to see how fast and how loud you guys can do it. One more time. Parents grabbing with your right hand onto the little tiger's right wrist. Little tigers, belly button, muscles. Push! Push them away. Leave me alone! With that loud voice. The main thing I want to see is you're using your loud voice and you're using your strong muscles. Go have some fun.
Okay, little tiger, so it's time to practice your balance and your coordination. So for this exercise, you will need your chair and you need your cups that we mentioned earlier. So you notice I've got my cups sitting on the chair and I've got them in order. Number 1, number 2, and number 3. Now for this exercise, you're going to get your mum or dad or whoever your training buddy is today, and they're going to challenge you. They're going to challenge you to touch these cups in different orders. So let's say for my first exercise, I might be a white belt or a yellow belt little tiger, and I'm going to try and touch the cups in the order of 1 first, then 3, and then 2. So I'm in my guarding stance. I'm going to hold my leg up in up charging position, and I'm going to touch 1 cup first, then number 3 cup, and then number 2 cup. Okay, and I can try in different orders. Now if you want to make it more challenging, you can stack the cups on something a little higher. You could maybe put a few chairs on top of each other, or you could set something down to lift them up higher if you want a bigger challenge. If I'm an orange belt or above, then I can do the same thing, but I'll hold my leg in bandal charging position. So I'll go around this way. And in this exercise, my training buddy might say, okay, I'd like you to touch the cups in the order of 3, 2, 1, and then from 1 back to 2, back to 3. So I'm in my guarding stance, I twist, I show my training buddy how I can twist and balance, and I touch 3, 2, 1, and then 1, 2, and 3. Okay, I'm trying to hold my guard up. I want to keep my balance and my focus. Again, if this height is too easy for you, parents, see if you can stack a few things up on top and bring the cups up to a higher level. So what we want to do is we want to practice our right leg and our left leg, and we want to challenge in different orders, and you might have different ideas as to how you're going to get the cups in different positions. You could stack one on the arm of the couch, one maybe on the top of the couch, and one down on the side of the couch. So you can try different things to challenge different levels of little tigers. So have fun with this exercise, guys, and we'll see you in the next video. Okay, everybody, so for this training exercise, you're going to need your newspaper or your magazines. I think for little tigers, that newspaper material is probably going to be a little bit better. It's a little softer and easier to get through. We're using some paper at the club that's recycled. We've used it before, so we're not wasting paper. And for this exercise, I'm going to bring Mr. Duncan in so he can demonstrate what we're actually going to do. Okay, Mr. Duncan, you ready? So what we're trying to do first is work our speed and our power with our punch. So for this exercise, we're going to do a right hand cross, and it's Mr. Duncan's job to try and punch through the paper. He's going to have to be really strong and really fast. Now paper like this, A4 paper, can be quite taut and quite strong. So if you don't punch really hard and fast, it's not going to go through. If you're using newspaper, you might want to tear it down the center so you've got one piece, and then get mum or dad to crumple up the edges to hold it taut and strong, okay? Let's see if Mr. Duncan can get through the first. Mr. Duncan, I want you to throw the fastest right cross you've got. We always start with our bow. Okay, I want you to line it up a couple of times, Mr. Duncan. Line it up. You see how the paper starts to come through the middle, guys? This is how you have to punch really fast. So Mr. Duncan, you've got to let me know when you're coming through.
I'm going to break it.
Let's go.
Yeah!
Whoa! Straight down to the middle. Look at that. Super strong. Okay, let's have a look at the next one, Mr. Duncan. What about if we try, I wonder if Mr. Duncan can break the paper with a hook. Maybe a left or a right hook. Now, this is a little different. He's going to have to make sure he's turning his feet as he throws the hook. He's got to have a lot of power, a lot of speed. So this time, parents or training partners, I'm holding the paper on the side this way. Okay? Mr. Duncan's lining up, he's rotating. So I'll take this way so you can see what he's doing with his body here. He's twisting his foot. He's got his fist, elbow, and shoulder all at the same height. And the faster he twists that front foot, the quicker that punch is going to come through. Mr. Duncan, do you think you can do it?
I think I can.
Okay, line it up a few times for me and let me know when you're going to go through. Pulling the paper nice and tight here, holders.
All right, I'm ready to go.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah!
Whoa, I didn't break! That's Mr. Lutz. I'm not holding onto it properly. Let's try it again, Mr. Duncan. Here we go. Yeah! Well, we got it that time! Oh, there we go. Okay, let's try one more, Mr. Duncan. What about... Well, I think Mr. Duncan's a senior belt, so we could try a bandle chagi. If you're a white belt or a yellow belt, you might want to try up chagi. Bring the knee up and snap it out. I think Mr. Duncan can get through this with a bandle chagi. So, again, hold as I put the target on the side. I'm holding it left and right hand, top and bottom. I'm pulling the paper tight. Let's do a line-up, please, Mr. Duncan. Always pulling his toes back to get the toes through. Okay, here we go. Yeah! Oh, we got it that time, guys. This is a lot of fun. You could try hammer fist, jabs. You could try a jumping front kick. Any sorts of breaks you like, as long as you're using newspaper or paper in the house that's already been used. Have fun with that one, guys. We'll see you in the next. Okay, everybody at home, so we thought we'd finish today's class with a little obstacle course, a little bit of fun for you. So hopefully you've got your pillows, your chairs, or whatever your obstacle course is going to look like. So we'll do a quick demonstration of the way we would run ours, and you guys can have a lot of fun with this at home. So what we've set up is our tin cans, but I've also put the cups in there to make this obstacle course a little bit longer. So Jimmy's going to run in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out as fast as he can. And then we're going to come underneath the chair. Oh, this is a little bit bigger. And then we're going to go over the two shields, bump, bump, and then we're going to finish with a big jumping front kick, yeah! And that will be the end of the round. Now, if you're filming or you might be recording how quickly your little tie can move through the obstacle course, and yours might be longer or bigger than ours or more elaborate. You could be using a couple of chairs where they go under one chair and over another chair, and we want to be timing how quickly can we get through this obstacle. So should we see how fast Mr. Duncan can get through? Let's have a look, Mr. Duncan. On your marks, have we got the stopwatch sorted? Get set, go! In and out, in and out, in and out. Very good. Under the chair. Over, up, yeah! 7 seconds. Wow, Mr. Duncan. Big high five over here. So if we do 7 seconds the first time, we might try and do 6.5 or 6 seconds the second time. Depending on how long your obstacle course is. And what we would love to see, parents, is you posting photographs of your obstacle courses, whether in the front yard or the backyard or in your lounge room. Show us how amazing you can make the obstacle course. This is a lot of fun, guys. Get involved. We'll see you in the next video. Okay, little tigers, so come in, sit down with me. We're going to have a little bit of a chill out session to finish off with. But what I wanted to talk about with you today is, what are you doing around the house? So I'm hoping that once you were finished with your obstacle course today, that you helped mum or dad tidy everything away. You put the chairs back where they're supposed to be, you put the tin cans back in the cupboard, and we just want to make sure that the lounge room or wherever you were doing it is looking as it was before we started today. Now in my household, we've done a little bit of tidying up recently. We've had some time on our hands, and although it's been fun to play board games and get the Lego out and do some puzzles, we've also looked at how to keep our house better organized. So my challenge for you guys this week is to have a look at your bedroom or maybe your play area in your house. And if it's like mine was, that you still had your toys and Legos sort of scattered over in this corner, and then there was some Barbie dolls over here that had one shoe on or the hair was all messed up and they weren't put back away. I want you to think about how to organize your play area so it's really, really clean and neat, and you know where everything is. So if you feel like playing with your cars that day, you know exactly where the drawer is that has all of your cars. Or you might have your little squishies or whatever it might be, and you think, well, I want to play with my squishies today, so I've got my drawer or my cupboard where all of my squishies are. And what I would love to see is you posting videos or pictures to show Mr. Luthwood, Mr. Duncan and Mr. Molan how tidy and organized your area in the house is. It's a great opportunity to keep things tidy, guys, and I'm sure you'll find once you've got your room or your play area all set out how you like it, it makes it really easy to find everything. So hopefully you have fun with this exercise, guys. I know that tidying isn't really, really fun, but if you have a project and you make it look exactly how you want to, we'd love to see what it turns out like. We'll see you in the next video, guys.